Instead of saying, why me, they're saying this is what he want me to do. And Cleveland, this is for you.
You lying? I'm averaging a triple-double in the finals. I'm pretty good.
What does it matter? We just want a cookie for it? I mean, what is it?
LeBron can never come back. He's one of our own. He's from Akron. He has a tattoo of loyalty on his body. And he ignored that to go chase the championship with Chris Bosh in Miami. He follows Chris Bosh.
What are you, sissy? You need a purse?
Thank you.
I hope you rot in hell, you loser! You suck!
He's what is called a born loser. A real Munson.
All right, we're rolling. Counter sitting at 5,000 and climbing. Appreciate the silver. I'm only seeing 4 so far. That's 3.5 right there. Let's keep it moving. Don't forget, smash that like button and hit subscribe on your way in the door. What's good, my people? Hoping everybody out there is having a genuinely great day. All right, 3.5. Let's turn it up. So here's what's got everybody talking. Scottie Pippen came out and said, I've got 6 rings. LeBron James has 4. If I was building a franchise from scratch, I'd take myself over LeBron James. And then Pippen doubled down. Hey, I'm not lying, Chase. Now, to my LeBron fanboys out there, this is exactly the kind of thing that comes back to haunt you. And it's going to keep happening over and over as long as you keep trying to defend the indefensible. As long as you keep reaching for excuses, justifications, doing all these mental gymnastics just to downplay Michael Jordan so you can prop up your fake king. Stuff like this is inevitable. Because here's the thing. Pippen wasn't lying, not even a little. He's got 6 championships. LeBron's got 3.5. That's not a lie, that's just math. But here's where it gets messy for you guys. You're the same ones who spend all your time hyping up Scottie Pippen. You're out here every day telling us how great Pippen was, insisting Jordan couldn't have won without him, saying Pippen was the real closer, that maybe Pippen should have been the one running the offense in crunch time, that he should have taken that shot instead of Tony Kukoc. And this is despite the fact that Phil Jackson, the man who coached both of them, who knew both of them better than anyone, flat out said if Jordan wasn't available, they'd have had to look elsewhere, not to Pippen. Yet you LeBron fans spend so much energy building Pippen up. So how exactly are you going to turn around and disagree with him now? Let's actually get into it though, because I feel like LeBron fans live in some kind of fantasy world where reality just doesn't apply. And honestly, I agree with Pippen. If I were building a team from the ground up and had to pick one guy to start with, I'd take Scottie over LeBron too, and for a lot of reasons. For starters, I don't want my organization turning into a punchline. LeBron has shown time and again that he doesn't actually respect the game the way he claims to, even though he'll tell anyone who'll listen, as often as you fanboys will let him, that he's got nothing but respect for the game, that he'd never disrespect it, that he plays it the right way.
I would never disrespect the basketball gods. I understand that it's a real thing, and I would never disrespect the basketball gods when it comes to playing this game. So I put the time and the effort and the commitment in it, mentally, physically, spiritually. Every time I hit the floor or I'm at practice, whatever the case may be, trying to set the example for my teammates and the younger generation that's watching me or watching me throughout my career. I mean, shit, my son is right over there, so I can't afford to cheat the game ever, and I would never do that.
And I've got blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he loves saying that. But if I actually want a respectable franchise, that's exactly why I'd never choose LeBron over Scottie Pippen. Reason number 2, LeBron has a track record of leaving franchises behind. And trust me, there are plenty of frustrated fans out there because of it. I actually went and looked through the comment section on Basketball Network, which is where I first came across this Pippen quote. And the fanboys in there were saying things like, well, Scottie ran into Hakeem and Charles Barkley and so on. But that was late in his career. Let's put this in perspective. Pippen spent from around 1986-87 all the way to 1998 with a single organization. That's over a decade with the Chicago Bulls. You simply don't get that kind of loyalty with LeBron. So if you're being honest, genuinely honest, about building a franchise for the long haul, you take Pippen over a guy who you already know is eventually walking out the door, who's going to have people speculating about his next move every single offseason. That's just the logical choice. Now let's run the experiment. Take every championship team LeBron's ever won with and swap him out for Scottie Pippen instead. I'd argue those teams get better. Definitely those Miami teams. Plug Pippen in there instead of LeBron, and I think they walk away with more than just 2 titles. Why? Because honestly, LeBron wasn't even the essential piece on those squads. Dwayne Wade was still balling out, you had Wade and Bosh handling the scoring load, and eventually they even added Ray Allen into the mix. So what does Pippen give you that LeBron doesn't? For one, someone who actually buys into whatever system his coach is running. And when you've got a guy who's fully committed to the system, your team just plays more cohesively. He's simply more coachable than LeBron has ever shown himself to be. And don't forget, LeBron actually pushed to get Eric Spoelstra removed. That happened, whether LeBron fans want to admit it or not. So you're getting someone who's more of a team-first player than LeBron, someone who plays significantly better defense, and not just better, smarter, with a higher defensive IQ, someone who actually shows up on that end of the floor consistently, unlike LeBron. So yeah, I think that's a solid trade. Swap Pippen in for LeBron on those Heat teams instead of just getting an athletic guy who jumps well and plays defense whenever he feels like it, who complains, who flops, who brings all that drama that makes a franchise look like a circus. And honestly, I feel the same way about every single championship LeBron's won, because let's be real, he's never won one without a stacked supporting cast. So given those teams were already loaded with elite talent, Pippen would have meshed in and added more value than LeBron ever did. And remember, don't forget that Tyronn Lue literally had to tell your so-called king to play harder during the 2016 finals. Your supposed GOAT needed his coach to light a fire under him just to compete, and even then, he didn't want to hear it. So for all those reasons, I've got to side completely with Scottie Pippen on this one. Now I want to hear from you guys. Is there anyone in the comments who, purely for basketball reasons, would still pick LeBron? And let's set aside everything else that comes attached to LeBron, the instability he brings to a locker room, the coaching drama, worrying about which teammates might get traded next, wondering if he's going to bounce. None of that is ever settled when LeBron's on your roster. So strip all of that away, just talking pure basketball. Is there any real argument for taking LeBron over Pippen? Sure, you might have to deal with Pippen having the occasional moment, getting upset if he doesn't get the ball for the last shot, but by and large, Pippen understood his role and knew when it wasn't his shot to take. So who's actually closing games instead? You've got Wade, you've got Ray Allen. Go back to Cleveland, you've got Kyrie Irving who can close. Go to the Lakers, you've got Anthony Davis closing games if Pippen's the one there instead of LeBron. And chances are, you're not gutting your future assets in trades either. You're actually building and growing as a franchise together over time. There are real advantages to choosing Pippen over LeBron. But that's where I'll leave it for now, my people. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you agree with what Scottie Pippen said? Is he right on the money? Or is there someone out there who'd still rather deal with the instability just for the chance at some manufactured, made-for-TV father-son storyline on their franchise? Let me know your thoughts. Hope you all have a genuinely great day, and I'll catch you next time.